Hello, Africa. Hello, everyone around the world. Hello, India. I like India. So many subscribers from India. If you are from India, just wave me on the comment section. I love that country so much. There are so many subscribers from India who are supporting the channel. Thank you so much, India. I love India. So what is on my desk today? We have this motherboard. This is coming from a local computer repair shop. They send this motherboard like this. All what they tell me about the motherboard. They said this motherboard is for Lenovo. I don't know the model of Lenovo, but this is working with USB charger. Okay, the motherboard looks new to me. You can see it's covered with this black insulation plastic. Even on the other side, this is the motherboard. I'm not sure about the exact model, but we'll check with the board number. That's not a big problem. The big problem is they said they stripped the laptop. The laptop is not coming on. Okay. So what we can see from this motherboard, that's very important to recognize components. What I can see this is the CMOS battery, which is meant to keep the BIOS settings alive. This is working with a 3 volts. This is a 3.3 volts battery, CMOS battery. Here we have the DDR4 RAM slot. The RAM is not available. Here we have onboard RAM memory. So even without this external RAM, this laptop, this motherboard should display. Okay, we have the single chipboard. This is the CPU under this heatsink with fan, some power supply, network card. Here I can't see anything because we have the plastic foil. So what we can check here, what we can check, I didn't check anything on this motherboard. We are now checking the motherboard right now. So this is the motherboard. Let's bring the motherboard close to the camera. You can see the power supply. Here we have 2 coils, output capacitor, 4 MOSFET. This is the 3.3 and 5 volts power supply. We have another power supply here. On this side, we have so many power supply. I never fixed this mother. I don't remember myself fixing this motherboard. Like this motherboard in particular. So what is the problem? Let's check some components. Diode mode, I'll check here. Where is the input section? We have a fuse. The fuse is good. The main power rail seems to be okay. We don't have a short here. Let's take out this plastic foil. Let's take it out completely. We don't need it at the moment. We have the charging port here, which is coming on this connector, and here on the other side we have MOSFET, bigger MOSFET, small MOSFET, and the current sensor. Okay, so let's plug the power supply. Or plugging the power supply, voltage drop to 4.4 volts and it's taking 3.2 amps. Huh? So this motherboard has got short to ground. I want to see what is heating up. I'll use thermal camera to see what is heating up. What is taking 3.2 amps? Huh? What is heating up here? But I checked with the multimeter, there was no short. Here, this capacitor. Okay. Or it's on the other side. Here. Okay. Let's take out the heatsink. I want to see what is under this metallic uh, metal heatsink. Okay, I think I know. I see something, but let's see. I'll show you the component which is heating up. Let's go on a microscope. Let's go on a microscope. I'll show you what is getting hot here. I'll show you. Let me plug in the power supply. Plug the power supply. You see that capacitor? That capacitor seems to be affected by liquid damage and is corroded. See that cap? This one. This capacitor is roasted. Let's take out the capacitor. I knew it that this is going to be an easy repair. Capacitor just give up with life. This capacitor is connected on the 19 volts power line, so if anything happened and the capacitor got shorted, the motherboard won't power on because all the 19 volts will be sent to ground. I need a capacitor doing exactly same job. Capacitor. Capacitor. Perfect. Our capacitor is now in place. We can cool the motherboard. We can cool the motherboard. Let's see. Do we now have a short? But I checked with the multimeter. There was no short. That is the reason why you must buy a switching power, either a switching power supply or a linear variable power supply. But I would prefer linear variable power supply because it will give you chance to play. In case if you spin plus and minus, you won't burn anything, and even if you burn the switch linear power supply, it's easy to fix. You can fix it on your own, but if you buy a linear switching power supply, yeah, if you not too much, it won't give you too much free play. And if anything goes bad, maybe you can't bring it back to life. Let's put back the heatsink, changing thermal paste. Uh, I'm not going to change thermal paste because these are jobs from other technicians. They don't pay too much. They don't pay too much. What we are now doing, we are now testing if the motherboard is responding. Now it's okay. I think the motherboard just okay. We didn't connect back the fan. I want to see the spinning of the fan because we don't have light on this motherboard. So the only thing that gives me assurance is the fan. If I see fan spinning, I'll be 100% sure that this is a well done job. The metallic was meant to be like this. So I'll plug it here. Seems like the motherboard just start on by it's taking 470 milliamps and fan is spinning. You can see the fan is spinning. The motherboard just turn on. So now my next question, do you have HDMI port? Yeah, we do have. So I'm going to connect my HDMI like usual. And I'll switch on to the external display, which is HDMI 2 if I do remember. The fan is spinning. Where's display? It's coming on, goes off. Let's wait. We have display. You see the display? It's working. It's working. We managed to fix it. So that was a shorted capacitor. Uh, you can see we now have picture. So the job is done. This job is done. This job is done. This is a nice motherboard. What I would do for the sake of learning, here we have board number. You can see board number here. It's written here. I can check this board number, or we can check together. Just give me a minute. So let's check here. Let's check something on Google. Let's go on Google desktop. So when I check according to the board number, this is a Lenovo V110-15ISK laptop model. That's the model of this Lenovo. So if we have this model of Lenovo, you now know what to check if we have a short to ground. Let's check one more time. External. It's taking 400. Current is fluctuating. The board just start on by itself. I don't know why. Is this board starting by itself? Do you have a dead CMOS battery? Let's check the voltage on the CMOS battery. Why is it starting by itself? When the CMOS battery is connected, volts. Okay, let's go on desktop. Volts. Yeah, the CMOS battery is dead. That is the reason why. That is the reason why. These are dead. You can see, doesn't 0 volts. So I'll change this CMOS battery. That is the reason. In most cases, when your motherboard starts on by itself, check the CMOS battery. In most cases, you have a dead CMOS battery because this is no longer holding settings. So when you plug the power, automatically the motherboard will turn on. So that's the thing. That's the thing. So I don't know if someone is learning. I wish to get different faults, but you know, most of the faults they are just the same. They are just the same. I did not expect this to be a shorted capacitor. And what I told you, this is working with onboard RAM memory. It's displaying even without the removable RAM. You can see on the screen, everything is working fine. So let me know what you think on the comment section. Please leave a comment, share the link of the channel to your friends and relatives. We want to reach 10K this year. By end of this year, we want to reach 10K subscribers. Let's push this channel further. That's the only way that you can support me. I'm sharing knowledge for free. All what you need is to take a second to subscribe. And subscription is free. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss any updates from the channel. Bye bye.